I am Mr. Specs, and today we will be going over why I am deathly afraid of bees. When I was about 6, I was going to the park with my little brother Tom and my 2 sisters Kaylee and Sarah. It was the weekend during spring break, and we wanted to go hiking and climb rocks, especially this one big rock in the center of the park. However, there was a small problem. There was a tree near this giant rock, and it was flowering for the first time in months. There were so many bees on that one tree. They could not all collect pollen at the same time. So some of them were waiting on the big rock with the children. The bees, for some reason, were friendly with the children, especially my little brother Tom, who was like a damn druid with how he was with the bees, dancing and petting them like they were cats. I then thought, if the bees loved all those other kids, then surely I would be fine as well, right? I then made my way up the big rock where bees came to inspect me, and one in particular wanted a cavity search and to touch my boy hole. I don't know why. It went down my shirt and started kissing my neck intimately. It's a shame to say that was my first kiss. I got so uncomfortable that I cringed my neck, and then the bee stung my ass. They freaking lied to me. After that, we went to the hiking trail. The start of the trail went into a tunnel under a train bridge. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. The initial tunnel was insanely big, and even Garlock the Devourer of Worlds could fit through it. You know, it was a big hole. However, there was an even more fun, but much smaller hole that any modern cave diver would call child's play. It was a drain gutter that only small children could crouch walk through. My sisters went first, then Tom, then me. And when I was about halfway through, the train came over. And the loudest sound you could ever hear echoed off the gutter walls and exploded my eardrums. I stood up with full force in a gutter that was about 2 feet tall and slammed my head into the steel. My head was bleeding, and I swear those damn bees were laughing at me. Since then, I have had recurring problems with bees and anything that is bee-like. You know, hornets, wasps, yellow jackets, things like that. 7 years later, I was living in Utah, and I had to deal with wasps on our farm monthly because they would make nests everywhere around our property. We had to kill them every time they made a new nest. They even made nests in our car. One of these damn wasps snuck from our local Walmart while my mom and I were shopping. It flew into our car and then flew into my shirt and stung the crap out of me. And then 6 years later, we moved to a new farm in Hawaii, and my stepdad, Jeremy, decided to get into beekeeping. The only problem was, he was so damn lazy that the bees grew feral and attacked everything that moved. Mainly me, because I did most of the work on the farm. Anyway, the bees were incredibly violent due to neglect. So Jeremy put them far away from the living area so no one ever got stung, and we lived happily ever after, right? He put them right near our living area. And also right where I moved the cows, so I had to walk past all the hives every time I had to take care of the cows, move them, which was about twice a day. Eventually, the bees rotted away, along with Jeremy and his crookedness. And I will make a separate video on Jeremy. Don't you worry. He's a real piece of work. And by work, I mean dog shit. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If you like the content, consider dropping a like and a sub. It would mean the world to me, and consider clicking the video on the right to see my previous story about my older brother Cain summoning a demon. You won't regret it. Alrighty, and remember, have a good night and don't let the bedbugs bite. Later.